What's good? It's your boy Shay coming back at you with another Big Brother 27 hashtag BB27 update. As always, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, select all so that way you don't miss out on anything regarding Rigged Brother. But first, looks like I gotta get in the bag today. Say less. Say less. Your boy is safe for yet another week. Boy, do I have an interesting episode for you today. Yesterday, it all kind of started yesterday when I'm sitting around looking around on Twitter and whatnot, doing my research for the show. And I'm seeing a growing call from so-called Big Brother fans that they want the removal of a contestant. What contestant do you think they want removed? That's right. They would like Rylie removed.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
So y'all want Rylie kicked out of the game because Catherine don't like him? Oh, let me get this. Y'all don't like him because he told Catherine, don't walk up on me without giving me a kiss. See, this comes from a lot of y'all who are single. Y'all not married. Y'all ain't never been in no real relationship or anything else. Y'all hated Rylie from day one. From day one. Y'all have not liked Rylie from day one. Y'all made all these jokes. Y'all spread all these rumors, unsubstantiated. Like I have some people even go, well, he mentioned that he has a daughter. How does that confirm that he's a deadbeat dad? And I know that, mothers of kids, especially mothers of kids who aren't with the father, have, from time to time, lied on the father, have played all these narratives against the father. And if they see the father doing anything that can be considered them doing better in life, then people will lie and play narratives out in order to make him look like a deadbeat dad. This is true. I know this to be true. And you can get in the comments and you can say whatever you want. And Rylie looks like this and Rylie looks like that. You are making a surface level judgment of a serious nature against somebody you don't know anything about. Y'all don't know anything about Rylie. Listen to this foolishness.
Big Brother's always watching, and specifically fans are watching the behavior of a certain contestant on the show. The recent Big Brother episode raised a lot of eyebrows with fans. Fans are pointing out contestant Rylie's behavior on the show, bringing to light a lot of moments that they find questionable. This X-user also highlighted a moment from the show where Rylie said, "You don't just walk up on me and not kiss me." Fans of the show also took to Instagram to express their opinions about Rylie. Comments include, "Catherine, stay away from Rylie," who was another contestant on the show. "I'd cry too if I was being treated like that by Rylie. And can you please remove Rylie from the Big Brother house? We're scared." Fans have also even created a petition to get rid of him from the show, and it has almost 1,000 signatures.
This clip was posted by TMZ. This is how boring this season is. We don't have no type of, we do this every year where we got to try to figure out some man that needs to be kicked out for misogynistic, problematic behavior and all of these things. And I'd just be sitting back wondering, like, why is that a requirement every season? Why is that a requirement every season? It seems like every season that that we have Terrence, we got to get rid of Terrence. He's misogynistic. Monty's misogynistic. Luke obviously is misogynistic. And anybody who isn't going to cowtail or be a yellow belly and afraid of women, if you're not afraid of women, if you show any type, like, there's nothing wrong. I've seen Rylie and Catherine kiss. If I've never seen Rylie and Catherine kiss, this would be a whole different discussion. But I've seen Rylie and Catherine kiss. And so I'm trying to understand, why is it a big problem that he walked up and said that to her? Like, this new feminist level of thinking, and then y'all be having these zesty ass boys get on the motherfucking internet and try to tell us men how we should be acting in the problematic ways of ourselves. Bro, the problematic ways are you trying to act like girls, being feminine and trying to be as sassy as humanly possible. And I've gotten to a point where I'm pretty much tired of this crap. I'm tired of this crap. But along the way of noticing this Rylie shit, I noticed something else. What is it that I noticed?
No, you done fucked up, don't you? No, don't you? No, you done fucked up.
I see a tweet from McCrae. McCrae Olsen from Big Brother 15. You know, the season that everybody says is the most racist season ever.
Why you bringing up old shit?
This is what everybody says. Everybody. If you took a poll right now of all Big Brother fans that have watched Big Brother since at least Big Brother 10, maybe 11, maybe 12, or maybe even since 15. You ask anybody, they will tell you the most racist season was Big Brother 15. If you do a simple Google search of what was a racist season of Big Brother, it will pop up 15. And I love how certain people be feeling like they have rehabilitated themselves from being anything more than a Minnesota pizza boy who was literally being cucked by his power top, because you weren't the power bottom and you were definitely on the bottom. His power top of Amanda Zuckerberg. McCrae, before I get ready to thoroughly embarrass you, let me remind you of something, kid. All of the insults and all the little things that you be trying to do because you think you know how I operate, so you think you could get me into a certain place so you can play victim. Bro, you look outright crazy right now. You have grown to be utterly insane at this point. I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to, bro, but do you want me to apply pressure to you? Because I can do that, little punk ass motherfucker. I don't know you. Who are you talking to, McCrae? You talking to me? Because we can set up the one-on-one so we can have a true discussion. Oh, and I ain't talking about nothing physical because I know how you little fake liberals or whatever. Who knows what you are at this point? You flip-flop so much on who you are and what you stand for, and you really don't stand for shit. You the same dude that was being on Rob Has a Podcast and all these other things, sitting around talking about Big Brother because that's the only thing that's ever mattered in your life, bro. A lot of you Big Brother former alumni be talking to me in a way where I just be sitting back like, they really think they've accomplished more in their life than me. You haven't, McCrae. Put your resume against mine so we can laugh at you.
Flurs, you better grab a life vest.
Like, nobody vouches for y'all, bro. You're a fucking loser who sits around for 3 months of a year and this is the only time you matter ever. And I'm gonna prove that to you. So what did McCrae say? McCrae say that started all of this. McCrae gonna say, I would stop watching the show if a group of alumni got to dictate what production does on a television show.
Oh, no, you didn't. Wait a minute. No, you didn't.
Let me read that line for you again. I would stop watching the show if a group of alumni got to dictate what production does on a television show. Okay, cool. So he's trying to tell me that no alumni have any type of influence to dictate what production does on a television show. Well, and then he says the next time Keanu is mean to someone, are you going to demand his alumni speak out about his behavior? What show do you think you're watching? And this is what McCrae was saying in response to somebody when they're talking about, they were asking about other alumni saying something to Rylie, which I'm actually in agreement with McCrae of this. McCrae understands this too. McCrae, you about to see the level of gaslighting, sign language. For those that don't know, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. You're about to see with your own eyes how McCrae really gets down. Watch this. So I tell McCrae, I said, McCrae, so you attempt to defend Rylie from the loonies on this app by throwing Keanu under the bus. You watch production dictate Taylor's fake season and didn't say anything. Same with the cookout and Sari. This is cosplay at best. This fool is trying to pretend that alumni didn't help influence production in any of these situations. Even though, just for Taylor's situation alone, alumni literally interviewed the house guests as they were on their way to jury and let all of them know that Taylor, why don't you like Taylor? Matter of fact, the link is in the description right now. The link is in the description right now. The link is in the description right now. So you can see the video yourself. You can see the video in its entirety yourself, where you can see all of the Big Brother alumni and some not, and including people like Taryn and Rob, who operate as Big Brother alumni without ever being on the show. You know, the things that you would say to me, you would never say to Taryn, because, you know, Taryn's the respected white man in this situation. I'm just some nigger who needs to get a job, right, McCrae? I'm just an unemployed nigger who needs to get a job, because talking about Big Brother ain't for a nigger like me, huh, McCrae? Oh, he's pulling a race car. Watch this. I want to know why he would say what he said to me and not say it to Taryn. But let's not get too far ahead. So what does McCrae say in response to what I said?
Now, if you want to go renegade, bitch.
He responds by saying, how am I throwing Keanu under the bus? Now, let's stop there. He understands that that was not that was in no way the point of what I was saying, but I got you. I'm talking to a Keanu stan and using Keanu as an example. It could have been anyone. LOL, huh? No, McCrae. No. My point is, if you are whining about the fan base talking shit about Rylie, don't bring up any other house guests. I don't care if it's a Keanu stan or not. Don't bring Keanu up. Keanu ain't got nothing to do with it. Because let's say they take your advice and then start going at Keanu. Then what? What, you going to tell them they shouldn't do that when you already told them to do it? Like, make it make sense, McCrae. But I said, rather it's one of his fans or not, you understand the actual point. You didn't say anything about production cheating for Taylor, the cookout, or Sari, and you still watched. Why is that? I'm not saying you go in on Rylie. I'm not saying you should go in on Rylie, but if the fan base turns on Keanu, you won't say shit. And that's my point. He understands this. He has no voice in this space. McCrae is in no way respected at all. That's why he got to talk to me. The go along, get along gang don't even respect McCrae. McCrae has talked his way out of all Big Brother circles, and now he's just some fucking old man on Twitter that be sitting on the porch talking shit all day. Like, that's why he think he can get me riled up. McCrae, you are beneath me, bro. You don't want this smoke with me. All you want to do is have your little Twitter fingers and shit like that, bro. I don't even be on Twitter, man. Go look at my Twitter profile. I'm not sitting on Twitter, bro. I said, because I speak my mind and I say what I feel like saying, and I don't sit back and go, am I qualified to speak? And can I say, no, I say what I want to say, bro. And you know this about me, bro. You do understand that if you try to go to war with me, nobody's coming to help you, bro. And you know I will fucking embarrass you. That's the part that makes me laugh. And I'm gonna prove to y'all that, man, McCrae know how I get down, bro. McCrae knows how I get down. And it's sad when a lot of these alumni just really be thinking they run shit.
I said what I said.
Now, hey man, your point makes zero sense. And I don't even understand what you are talking about. Right. Of course you don't. I could have picked anyone. And to be honest, I talk about it every time production rigs for a house guest since season 8 when they rigged it for Evil Richard. Why are we going back to season 8 when it's been rigged several times since then?
Exactly.
This fool went all the way back 7 seasons before he was even on the show. 7 seasons before he was even on the show. This is what he's bringing up. I guess they didn't rig it for Rachel. They didn't rig it for they didn't rig it for Rachel in 13. They ain't rigging for Taylor in 24. They ain't rigging for Paul in 19. They ain't rigging for the motherfucking cookout in 23. They didn't rig it for Sari in 25. Like, what are you talking about, McCrae? You sound stupid right now. Like, you really sound stupid. Like, it's just blowing my mind how dumb you sound. And you think you like embarrassing me, and I'm sitting back just laughing at you, bro. So I tell McCrae, I said, man, look, repost everything you said about the cookout, Taylor or Sari. This is gaslighting, McCrae. We aren't talking about Big Brother from years ago, but your example of ED proves my point in full. You said if production dictated, you wouldn't watch, and that's a lie. You get that, right? How do we go from, you said in the beginning that if production was rigging this shit, you wouldn't watch. But meanwhile, you bring up season 8, where you claim they rigged it for Evil Dick, only for you to turn around and go on the show 7 seasons later.
Lord Jesus.
Not only did you watch it, you went on the show, because that's how tight your morals are. And that's how you just, how you got your own moral stand. This is why I said something to you in the first place. Just so you understand, you're proving my point in spades. My whole point was, you're saying all of this shit on the internet, knowing damn well you're going to continue to watch this show because it's any level of fame you've ever had in your life. So you're going to continue to watch the show, and you're going to continue to jump into the pit with all of these outright crazy people on Twitter to try to make yourself feel like you're smarter. Finally, somebody with half a fucking IQ point comes up and starts barring your ass out. You don't have nothing to say. You have nothing to say. You prove my point in spades. So you see what I told him, McCrae, show everything you said about the cookout and production cheating and the alumni pretending that getting on the side of cookout on social media, pushing the fans all a certain way, which, bro, watch the video that's in the description about how all the alumni teamed up to help Rachel win the game. Or not Rachel, but Taylor win the game. Go watch. That's why a lot of alumni was mad when Taylor got out of the house. It didn't really fuck with none of them.
I am a high school bitch. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Kind of love it.
Now that I'm choking dude out, he's becoming more and more unhinged. He's becoming more and more unhinged by the moment. Look, I saw what he said, and I'm like, bro, I got stuff going on, and I don't sit on Twitter. So I made this fool wait 18 hours before I said anything to him. 18 hours. Because I just sat back, and I was like, this McCrae has turned into an outright clown, nigga. Outright clown. Hey, McCrae, remember that time when you tried to make it seem like possibly I was involved in some scamming shit, but come to find out I really wasn't, and people lied? Did you ever come out and tell people like really what happened, or did you just kind of let that shit go? Yeah, because I know how you are, McCrae. You're a liar and a clout chaser. And now that you have no clout, you got to argue with losers like me, bro. So this fool goes, if alumni got to influence the game, I wouldn't watch. If you were playing the game, you have to play against the players in the house, the fans watching, and production. If you want to hop on my nuts like bottom feeder, you do you, my man. Just mush for my brains, guy.
Huh?
Here we are yet again with McCrae not being able to use words to speak. He's got to tell me I need to hop on his nuts and I'm a bottom feeder and this is just mush for your brains. McCrae, I asked you a very simple thing to do. I asked you said that you call this type of shit out. So I asked you very simply, where is your proof of calling out the cookout season, Taylor season, and any other season of the recent years for the madness going on right now? Did I hear you call out the alumni for lying on Terrence and trying to get him divorced with his family? No. And first of all, you've never cut it. I'm going to leave that off the table, McCrae, because I'm going to let you further reveal yourself. because I think it's time for us to go down a memory lane and show the type of fucking coward you really are. Like you tough on Twitter, bro, but in real life, you're a coward. We've seen it. We know that you're a coward. We all know this. So I respond, now you are being completely disingenuous. So you missed all of the ways alumni colluded in interviews with the jury the season Taylor won. Either you are a liar or not properly educated on what influence the alumni has or does not have. You see how he keeps going to insults, sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Sign language.
What you do is you call women on their bullshit, and what's the first thing to come out of their mouth? Shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. Sign language.
But he has no answers for the actual statements, questions, or points being brought forward. I'm still on point. The whole reason I said something to McCrae is because McCrae is a liar. That's why. And now that he done got caught in his lie, he don't know he can't backpedal. He can't backpedal and say, it would be better if he just said, yeah, I used to not say anything, but now I have decided that I will. Then you say that, man, I'll leave it alone because I understand how people change, people grow, and all of these other things throughout the years. But that ain't what you said. You tried to gaslight me, try to make personal attacks. Now I need to hop on your nuts and I'm a bottom feeder and all this stuff. Bro, I matter more in the Big Brother community than you.
Well, no shit.
Because all the places that you actually want to go, they wouldn't have you. All the people whose nuts you would like to hop on, Taryn wouldn't have you back over there no more. For what? You provide nothing now. You don't bring the clicks and the views, fool. Like McCrae has lost his ever-loving mind. I don't know what made him think he could talk to me like this, but he know better, bro. Ain't that right, ho? You know I don't even play like this. So at any juncture, if you would like to set up the one-on-one again so we can have a discussion, whether it be on camera or off, we can have this discussion off camera. But I'm gonna tell you something, little boy, you might want to chill out, man. You might want to chill out, bro. You act like the vault isn't undefeated. And you probably don't even know what that means, but people on this channel do.
Oh, man. I got played so hard.
As we continue to choke this fool out, I also responded and told him this is also his response to not calling out other house guests for Taylor and others. Another lying-ass Big Brother alumni who wouldn't matter if it wasn't for their social media profiles. Asking another man to hop on your nuts in an open discussion is gay. Not like I expected much from you, though. This is a fact. It's why I said something, because he's so thin-skinned. He's such a fucking coward. McCrae, tell everybody how you've been ducking me for years. Remember when you try to be my friend on the side, but you ain't really want to say it out in public because you were still trying to be friends with everybody else? Now you have no friends at all anywhere. See how that works? Like, this is shocking. It's just shocking that we are in week 6, and instead of talking about Rachel and the fact of the veto ceremony and all of these things, which we'll put the final noms on the screen now.
A few moments later.
As you can see, the final noms were Morgan, Mickey, and Rylie. The veto was used by Lauren to take down her boy, Vinny the Lip. Vinny the Lip is down off the block, and now up on the block is Rylie. So there's a lot of fallout from that. And mighty funny, Riley's on the block, and now there's all this call for Rylie to be removed for the game. And I thought there was no chance that Mickey would, that anybody else but Mickey would go on Thursday. But with this new development in this TMZ joint, last time TMZ put out something the week somebody was on the block was the week Zay was on the block, where they tried to get Zay canceled because he allegedly said retarded. He said the R word. The R word ain't a thing. The R word isn't a thing. Not over here. Retarded. That's the word. Retarded. So you know, they did the same shit with Zay. So now they doing the same shit with Rylie. And I can't be surprised if Rylie goes home on Thursday. But instead of me really breaking down in depth with this, I got to deal with this damn loser.
But the women.
So here's where the conversation takes a turn for the absolute worst. Instead of McCrae just going home, taking his L and just going home, just admitting that, hey man, you right. I ain't never said nothing about none of these other house guests, but I will speak on this. And part of that is because you didn't want to look like a racist. We might as well put that shit out there, bro. That's why you didn't say shit about the cookout. That's why you didn't say shit about the cookout. That's why you didn't say shit about Taylor. That's why you didn't say shit about Sari, because you don't want to come across as the racist white man. But if you weren't trying to come across as the racist white man, because that's the only reason you ain't saying nothing. You're not stupid, McCrae. You know what the alumni was doing for Taylor and everything. You know. That's why you were shh when all the shit was going down, because you know what time it is. So look what this fool puts. To be honest, I think you are a delusional parasocial Big Brother fan who has delusions of grandeur consistently every season I've known you. Nigga, you don't know me like that. You've ducked me forever. You're the one on social media having arguments with the delusional fan base. That's you doing that shit, not me. I'm sitting over here minding my business. I'm having the most fun ever just minding my business. But you know when daddy speaks, you gonna listen though. I hope bottom feeding off my scraps pays the bills, man. Look out for the jump scare. Why are you tweeting at me with a job application? I'm at work right now. Just explain that. Why are you tweeting a job application?
No, you done fucked up, don't you? No, don't you? No, you done fucked up.
You would never say this to Taryn. You would never say this to Rob. How come the white men, all of these, and I mean the whole Big Brother space is all white voices. The only black voices tend to be the gay ones. That's it. Shout out to Dave. Dave was it. It was me and Dave for years. And I feel bad that me and Dave didn't enjoy that time together more. Pause. But shout out to Dave, Recency Bias Radio. And people like McCrae is what made me and Dave realize that we shouldn't ever be enemies. They win when we enemies. They want us to sit and be mad about our differences of opinion on certain stuff instead of the 95% of the shit we agree with. And once we figured that out, you see what happened. And now Dave gone, bro. Dave is gone. But Dave would understand. You got this white boy telling me, the black man, I gotta go. And bro, y'all know I don't even play this race card. But explain to me why me, the black man, with almost 20,000 subscribers, built this shit from nothing. For season to season, built this shit from nothing. Now we got almost 20,000 subscribers. And then you're going to have McCrae come through and tell me and give me a job application telling my black ass I need to go get a job. Meanwhile, Taryn, Rob, anybody else who decides to report on Big Brother, they don't need to go get a job. But this nigger, he do. He do. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. McCrae, you are the actual parasocial Big Brother fan who thinks their opinion matters. Then when you can't answer simple questions, you turn to insults. Low IQ response at its finest. How do we get to the part of tweeting out job applications? All I've asked McCrae to do from the very beginning is to prove that what he said about not watching Big Brother anymore if the alumni had influence over the game was not true. Just prove that it's actually true, McCrae. You can't. I told you how to prove it. Tweet out when you was talking about how they was cheating for Taylor. Tweet out how you was talking about they were cheating for Sari. Tweet out how they were cheating for the cookout. Tweet out how you watched the whole season of the cookout. It was a whole racist, it was the most racist season since your season, and everybody was getting voted out because of the color of their skin. Production, you telling me the alumni didn't have no influence on that? Bro, they were out here standing ovation. Janelle, all of them. Oh my God, the cookout. Nah, 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 nah. Tiffany, she's the mastermind. Oh my God. Todrick. Stop, bro. Stop. You gotta stop lying, McCrae. But you ran into it today. I'll give you credit. You ran into it today, kid. Now you have nowhere to run, because once you start some shit with me, there's only one thing that follows.
Belt to ass.
Yes, he keeps going. He keeps going. He's not gonna lose this one. Bro, you follow Swaggy and Bailey like a puppy dog. Get fucking real, man. You are watching a show whose primary audience is teeny boppers, just a bottom feeder. But so what are you implying? I'm watching a show whose primary audience is teeny boppers. Where is your data to show this, McCrae? You're just saying shit at this point. But if I'm sitting around watching a show whose primary audience is teeny boppers, wouldn't that mean you're doing the same? Let me guess. It's a little different because you were actually an alumni. Again, circular arguments with you. We're back to the point where you were on the most racist season ever. So of all Big Brother alumni, you don't matter. You've never mattered. Ever. Erin is more famous in this space than you. And she went on to be more successful than you. She went on to actually be successful. You've gone on to do nothing but argue with bottom feeders like me. So if I'm at the lowest of the low, then what are you doing? I followed Swaggy and Bailey like a puppy dog. Nigga, why you act like you weren't talking to me a lot during when that shit happened? Do you want me to expose the DMs between us, McCrae? That's why I'm like, why are you out here talking as if I can't fucking embarrass you to the world, except the world wouldn't care? So I ask him, show the evidence of me following them. Keep moving the goalposts. We can set up the one-on-one if you would like me to embarrass you on camera. One of our voices matter and the other voice is yours. Don't trip. I got something for you today since you like to be disrespectful.
Belt to ass.
Now it's the difference between me and you is that I know that no one cares what the fuck I say. I apply pressure until niggas fold. Thank you for admitting what I've been trying to get you to understand this whole time, bro. More people are going to watch my video talking about this than are going to go look at your tweet and care what you've actually said, bro. Like, you're right. No one cares what the fuck you say. Thanks for being a fan of my season and watching me. I'll have my social media team send you a signed headshot for being such a fan. That's an L, bro. This is an L. This is what a walking L looks like. You are right. Your voice doesn't matter, but mine does. My channel isn't about Big Brother. Big Brother is a side gig for me. That's why we are closing in on 20K. Congrats for being a part of the most hated season where you played a cuck for Amanda. Very, very memorable, Pizza Boy. Why are you acting like you got some leg up over me, bro? Why? Because you went on a fucking game show? Y'all are such losers, bro. The one thing about the Big Brother alumni, for the most part, is the majority of them are fucking losers. This is why I love Terrence and Daniel so much. They are extremely self-aware of their place in history going forward. They realize that they still need to have a real life, real employment, do real things. That's why they are highly successful. And people like McCrae got to sit online arguing and lying. I don't have no problem with anybody sitting online wanting to have discussions about stuff. That's not what my issue is. My issue is the line. You want to play certain narratives and you want to be in certain spaces acting like you have some authoritative voice. Then when somebody like me walk up and starts calling out like, hey, McCrae, like, why are you sitting there lying? You know good and damn well that you know that alumni be manipulating this shit in cahoot. Who do you think told the alumni that Rachel was coming in the house, you moron? Remember, all the alumni at the beginning, before the season even started, we heard that there was a mystery house guest coming in the house. All of the alumni was out here saying it was Rachel. Everybody, including Taylor, who actually is hosting the Big Brother Unlocked show. So don't fucking tell me for 2 seconds that production isn't in cahoots with alumni and the alumni is not help affecting the game with production. You're an idiot. Let's go back to the video that's in the description. If they weren't allowed to manipulate this game anyway, the questions that were asked to jury were sent to CBS first, and then CBS played them for these people. You sent your questions into CBS, and then CBS read your questions to them. But we all know as members of the media that you can send your questions to CBS, and they will pull out some of them. Why would they not pull out any of the questions that will manipulate the jury into knowing that the outside world is complete and utterly pro Taylor? Why would they not do that? Because they were in cahoots and everybody's manipulating everything. You just ain't. It's a big ass club and you ain't in it, McCrae. That's why you don't get it. You're not one of the alumni that gets to try to manipulate the game and do shit with production and stuff, because you from the racist season, so they can't really bring you back because you're part of the racist lineage. That's why you ain't never really sat on no round tables with the cookout or did no interviews with Taylor or anything like that, because you're from the racist season and we can't really talk to people like you. So, I mean, at this stage, I just don't even know what McCrae is on at this point. He admits he knows who I am and been knowing who I am. So I don't understand what all this is about. I don't understand what all this is about. I'm still me. You're not going to shame me off my square, and you too much of a hoe to come talk about it. Ain't that right?
Exactly.
This is what losing looks like. We keep growing, and you keep saying gay shit. 20K, LOL, don't hurt your back sucking yourself off. Now, just a second ago, he tweeted at me with a job application telling me that I need to go get a job because I'm just some type of Big Brother parasocial fan with delusions of grandeur and all of this shit. Then I point out to him, hey man, look, I got almost 20,000 subscribers, bro. Like, why would you be acting like I'm just somebody just out here talking to myself and there's nobody like listening to me? So then I point out that we got almost 20,000, and this is his response. He can't answer anything straight on. And if you completely answer anything he has to say, he has no response. This is utterly embarrassing, McCrae, and you're a fucking loser. Whenever you want to be a man and stop hiding behind characters, typing your little characters, bro, we can set up the one-on-one. We can have this discussion. I don't want no type of physical shit with you. Like, why the fuck would I risk and lose everything that I've worked and built for some loser ass nigga like you? McCrae don't even know about the lawsuit we got going on right now. Like, McCrae just be talking, bro. This is what I want y'all to see about these alumni. They just be talking. They don't know what they even be talking about at any point in time, but this is where they at with it. McCrae, you're a complete and utter loser. I stand by what I said. Don't be throwing Keanu in it. Leave him out of it because you know how crazy the fan base is. This is me pointing out how crazy they actually are, but you crazy just like them. You got all this defense for Rylie, but because you don't want the alumni saying anything in support of Rylie, but all the shit that the motherfucking alumni was saying about Terrence, Daniel, and all these other people, and they were lying too. I didn't hear you say shit. So keep it that way, punk. But then again, I'm probably lying. Get in the comments right now. Who do you think's right, me or McCrae? Now, obviously, Make sure y'all watch out for me hurting my back, sucking myself off. But just walk over that or under it. And make sure you get to the comment section and let me know. This is why I stay off of social media, because they're all over there delusional. McCrae has turned into such a bitter ass motherfucker, and mainly it's because he never got the recognition he felt he deserved. But do you disagree? Get in the comments right now. Morgan, Mickey, Rylie are your final nominees. Either I'll be going on tonight to discuss things further about the house, or I will just make another video, because I do want to break down a couple of things that Rachel said, but obviously this video has gone way longer than I expected. So we'll see you later on. God is great. Peace. McCrae, you know you don't want smoke. If you want smoke, pull the fuck up, pizza boy.
Oh, man. I got played so hard.
That's